Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey, and CeeDee Lamb has finally gotten his deal done with the Dallas Cowboys. It is as expected and almost exactly what we had predicted, extension for the Cowboys and for Lamb. It is a 4-year, $136 million contract extension. There's $100 million guaranteed, a $38 million signing bonus, which teams really don't worry too much about what that signing bonus ends up being. Some of it's just flow and contract, etc. But Lamb, as expected, gets a deal closer to Justin Jefferson than A.J. Brown. This could have been done 3 months ago after Jefferson got signed, but hey, at least the deal did get done. And at least we don't have to worry about him skipping games. Now, if you are pumped to pay CeeDee Lamb, then type 88 in the comment section of today's show. This was a no-brainer for me. If you wanted to win games now, you need your superstar wide receiver. If you want to rebuild, new young QB. That young QB is going to benefit from having CeeDee Lamb on the roster pretty simply. And you got to pay somebody. It's now one of like 3 players under contract long-term for the Dallas Cowboys. So get your 88s for me in the comment section of today's show. The contract details, we'll see if any of the nitty-gritty changes things here. But 4 years, $136 million. That is an average per year of $34 million. And the guaranteed money is $100. In the last couple of weeks, our projection had been 4 years, $135. That ends up being $33.75 and $101 million guaranteed. So right on the money there with a pretty good guess because we all knew what this deal was going to look like. When Justin Jefferson got paid, that kind of set the, okay, it's going to be a little bit less than this, but more than what A.J. Brown got. Why it took the Cowboys almost 3 months after Jefferson paid Lamb, I don't know. They didn't really save anything. It was the deal everyone expected all along. It shouldn't have taken as long as it did. So, as I've said before, I'm not as excited, hyped, over the moon as I would have been if this had been done 3 months ago. If this had been done this time last season. You could have overpaid CeeDee Lamb a year ago, given him a true $30 million per year contract. People said, wow, what an overpay. And now you're looking at, wow, that was a steal. That could have saved you several $1 million per year. Once Jefferson got paid, it was less about saving money and more about saving time. They did not. And they get cap savings. We'll go more on that in depth in a little bit here. But it's a little late to use those cap savings on outside free agents. The pinned comment on today's show is this. Grade the CeeDee Lamb deal. A, B, C, D, or F in the comment section, the pinned comment actually, of today's show. On principle, I might just give it a B because you waited so long. Because there's a but involved. They got the deal done. They eventually paid the market rate, but it took forever. And it shouldn't have had to take forever in this particular case. It should have just been done. It's CeeDee Lamb. He is a critical part of this country. Like, you could have had this Lamb deal done weeks ago, but you continued to drag your feet and not figure things out, and it's frustrating. Now, salary cap wise, again, we don't have the true nitty-gritty details of the contract. Given historical preferences and previous deals, you're probably going to take that base salary, which is almost $18 million for Lamb, make it part of the signing bonus, like smart teams do, and bring it down to as low as possible. So it's $1 million and change. So factoring in all that in, you prorate the signing bonus out over 5 years, you're probably going to save around $9 million. That's plus or minus, maybe more minus than plus on that front, but it's going to be right around that $9 million figure, maybe just under it. What will Dallas do with said $9 million? They'll roll it over to next year. Any unspent salary cap space goes into next season. You know, if the Cowboys, they could have freed up that $9 to $10 million, even more, potentially, on how the deal had been structured, if they wanted to get that deal done in March. They did not. They got it done today instead. So they save money, and they probably save upwards of 20 over the next 3 years with this early extension. by not doing 2 franchise tags, but it could have been more. More on Lamb to come, but today's show is made possible by Game Time. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets to your next big event. That is comedy, concerts, theater, football games, of course, as well. Download the Game Time app today over at over at GameTime.co. Use promo code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but create your account at GameTime.co. Redeem code CHATSPORTS, ChatSports, for $20 off. Game Time has a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks. Makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. It filters out the fluff to only show you incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste your time searching through thousands of tickets. Links will be in the comment section and the description of today's show. That's code ChatSports over at GameTime.co. So let's, with fancy, colorful graphics, lay out where Lamb sits among the highest paid wide receivers. He slots in just behind Justin Jefferson, but closer to Jefferson than A.J. Brown, as he should have. He's younger. He's more dynamic. He's better. And he had only 1 year left on his deal. So that's $34 million for Lamb. He is now second among the highest paid wide receivers with guaranteed money. I still maintain the guaranteed money was the bigger sticking point between the Cowboys and Lamb. 34, 33 and a half, whatever it was. That's not that big of a difference. But, $110 million for Jefferson versus 84 for A.J. Brown actually is a pretty sizable difference. And once again, they come in between the middle and get closer to CeeDee Lamb. Or get closer to Justin Jefferson with that split the difference there. He's also now among the highest paid non-quarterbacks. He is now tied with Nick Bosa, both Bosa and Lamb making $34 million per year. And the highest paid non-QBs with guaranteed money, he's tied for third with Myles Garrett and as well. That's why I did 101 on my guess for the guaranteed monies to get him just ahead of that. He ends up tying Myles Garrett there. It's the deal we thought it was going to be. It just took months later than it probably should have. Folks, this is the best place for breaking Dallas Cowboys news. We'll have roster cuts for you tomorrow as well. That's 4 p.m. Eastern is the deadline. Maybe we get the news even a little bit earlier. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. Lamb had one of the most productive seasons in history at the wide receiver spot. He had 135 catches on 181 targets. He had almost 1,800 yards, 12 touchdowns. And there's the chance that that's even better from that perspective. That's significant. So, look, Lamb last year among receivers, right? First in catches, second in yards, only fifth in target share. They threw it a lot. They probably will throw it some more too. First in yak. That's yards after catch. He's great once the ball gets in his hands. First in expected points added per play. Fifth in yards per route run. He's a superstar wide receiver. So whatever your plan is for this team, we'll have Dak conversation, I'm sure, plenty. You want to keep Dak and win now? You need him. Otherwise, your passing offense is not very good. You want to let Dak leave and rebuild? This is the exact type of player who you build around. A 25-year-old all-pro wideout who works with your top 10 QB, pay that guy if you want to win games. If you're plugging in insert young receiver here, young QB here, you want Lamb to help make him look better, help him grow. Last thing you want to be is out there, next year you want to throw passes, let's say it's insert whatever QB you lose Dak to, it's Jalen Tolbert and Jalen Brooks? No. You needed Lamb. So it took forever to get this deal done. I'm glad it is done. I want you guys to rank CeeDee Lamb among NFL wide receivers. Is he first, second, third, fourth, whatever? Let me know in the comments where CeeDee Lamb ranks among wideouts. Now, updated wide receiver depth chart looks like this as we're getting closer to the official cuts here. Cowboys did cut several receivers already. It's down to 9 right now. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Kevontae Turpin, Jalen Brooks. I think those 5 guys are safe. The other 4 players on the roster for now are Ryan Flournoy, Jalen Cropper, Kelvin Harmon, Racey McMath. Those guys aren't going to make the roster. One of them at most will. I would lean towards Ryan Flournoy being that 6th receiver. If they keep one, they may or may not choose to do so.